I'm Jason.
I'm Adam.
And I'm usually Dave from the Digital Soup Podcast.
A proud member of the Gonna Geek Network, just like the show you're listening to now.
The opinions expressed are those of each individual. Check out all the other podcasts
At GonnaGeek.com and get ready because geekiness begins in 3,
2.
1.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the big 300th episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. So big we had to bring in backup.
Oh, dang.
My dick?
No, the Space Jam, dude. We're going to talk about the Space Jam. We're going to sing about Space Jam. For those of you guys that are not watching the live video show, you can over at youtube.com/GonnaGeek or geeks.live. But we are joined today by the one, the only Keith, a.k.a. Clone Freak, and has a badass Space Jam shirt.
I'm sorry, AKA what?
Clone Freak 1.
Boyfriend? AKA boyfriend? Because that's what I refer to him as.
No.
He's waiting for the one. Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead and say it.
Waggle crotch.
There you go.
Ding, ding, ding.
I'm just here because I just wanted to shoot myself in for this 300 episode. I'm not actually going to contribute. I'm just going to...
So you're just like
That's
the
fair.
rest of us on this show. We just show up and don't contribute.
To be fair, we all contribute something, but it doesn't necessarily have to be anything good.
I'm here for my
It's not
beer.
necessarily worthy,
Yeah,
but it
exactly.
is contribution.
I'm here just up the beard quota, that's all.
Oh, I got that more than everybody else. I'll fill in for even Naki.
I was going to say, he covers my half of the beard portion.
Yeah.
You got to grow your own
Little
beard.
scraggles.
For you.
I can't grow a beard.
You have a little one going.
I can't.
All right, we're not doing that in this episode.
It's just a little beard.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
Oh, go. Okay.
You already did too much in the pre-show already with the
What?
Wait, really? I don't think
The
so.
relationship garbage.
the nose thing.
When we were talking about how he farts?
No, the nose thing.
Oh yeah.
He had a booger.
Oh, let me look. Oh, like shut up.
Would you rather him have a booger on his face?
It's sick. Yes, it sickens me.
From now on, Willie, if you have something stuck in your teeth and it's really fucking gross, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, you won't be able to tell with his camera.
Exactly.
That's his self-defense. So, guys, like I was saying, this is episode 300. I went and just checked right now. I went over to our website, ATGNpodcast.com. The very first episode of the podcast released April 23rd, 2012. From then, we've done 300 episodes.
Jesus Christ.
Plus, there's
Holy
some other
shnikes.
side projects posted on there because we had things like Tabletop Bebop in this feed.
Yeah.
We had what do we call it? Cutscenes, which was like short little 30-minute episodes we do in between episodes. So
I remember cutscenes.
Yeah, that was a fun one. So we did spoiler.
And who's
alert
the only
theater.
person that's listened to all of them?
Yeah. Well, we Naki and I have because
Yeah. We've been here since the beginning.
I'm pretty
I
sure
have not.
Naki hasn't listened to some of the episodes she wasn't on, and I
No,
think
I
Chris
have.
might have skipped one or two too.
No, she hasn't.
no, I make sure I listen to the episodes I'm not on, so I know what you assholes did.
It might be delayed, but I always listen to them. So
Bullshit.
there.
I even listen to the ones that you're not on.
Yep, it's true. He listens to
He's
them
a
better than
better
I
listener.
do.
We call those the
Exactly.
better ones.
When I'm not on. Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
that's fair. That's fair.
Oh,
I'm kidding, Naki. You know that was just
No,
in
he's not.
jest.
no, he's not.
Yes, I am. Come on.
Bullshit.
If I'm not busting chops, what am I doing on this show?
Being the controller of us all,
Running the soundboard.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can't control me. You've tried. You can't.
the puppeteer.
I really
Yeah, you
could. I
can.
could
You
just
mute
mute
you.
you and nobody would hear you.
You could,
Works
but
great.
you know.
Oh, and the internet would do it for me right there.
What
that
it
was
froze.
perfect.
It froze on me.
It
What
froze
happened?
as soon as you said, "Well, you could," and then it froze. So yes,
Oh, I
I
said
just
it.
shut you down.
Damn it! Damn it!
That was
I said something good too.
I'm sure you did. When no one can hear you is when you say it, the good thing. I'm sure. It's not
true.
convenient whatsoever.
Never.
Never, ever, ever.
Willie's always the funniest when he's not on mic.
That's my shtick, actually.
I mean, do you want to see my stick?
No.
No.
I said stick, not stick.
I like that Anthony was the only one that didn't answer to that.
Well, I said no at the same time instantly when Chris.
Oh,
did.
okay, so we all said it.
Oh, he said no.
Awesome.
He said no spelled Y-E-S.
No.
That was creepy.
I hate it.
Creepy Willie is creepy.
I mean,
That's
you know where I
true.
got it from.
No, I don't.
Watchmen.
Oh, it's a Zack
The
Snyder
comedian.
movie. That's why I haven't watched it again, but once.
Was it right before the rape scene?
Which
Probably.
Yes.
There's a rape scene in a Zack Snyder movie.
I know, right?
Mm.
Shocking.
Yeah, we're not talking about the one where he rapes your eyes.
one? That's about the only good thing that I like in Zack Snyder movies. Is they're visually appealing.
I mean, I was kidding because I do
The-
like some
the
Zack
stunt
Snyder
work's pretty
films,
good,
like
too.
the best one ever, Man of Steel.
Ugh. No. Dawn of the
Yeah.
Dead is the best thing he's ever done. He'll never do better.
Ooh, actually, you're right on that. It was the best one. Man of Steel is a very close second.
George Romero said it was a good zombie movie. When George Romero says your remake of his movie is a good zombie movie, you're never going to do better than that.
I mean, when you have Richard Cheese in it, I mean, it's got to be.
I
That's
saw
true,
him
yeah.
live.
I know. That's what I brought it up.
The only thing I like about a Zack Snyder movie, Chris, right after Naki brings up a rape scene.
Now, to be fair, I did clarify as soon as I said that line. So if you literally take
out
it,
of context.
if you take it out of context without the follow-up quote, then yes, it sounds terrible.
So Chris is saying it's fake news.
Oh no, we're not going down that hole.
Politics alert! Politics alert!
Yeah,
Help
don't
us.
start that shit this week.
Help us, soundboard. You're our only hope.
Help me, soundboard. You're my only hope.
Press all the buttons.
No, I don't want to do that.
What did you
All
tell
at
her
the
to?
same
That's a
time.
low blow.
I could.
Sticks.
Well, I do have that one on there if you want it.
Sticks.
No,
No,
sticks.
Sticks.
Oh.
Sticks.
Oh, okay. I'll get up.
No, Willie, I think you're just stupid.
Jesus.
Thank you.
I was waiting for that one.
Some rusty guy is asking, is anybody like World of Tanks? Never played it. Do have it downloaded on my PS4 though. Never actually played it though.
On your PS4.
And you don't need PS4. You don't need a Plus for it either, because it's
Yeah.
free to play.
It's there. It's there. I just haven't played it yet.
Oh,
I could
so
download
many
it.
more downloads that I haven't got to. They put out another image bundle on Humble Bundle. It's amazing.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't need it, and I bought it again
Tell me
because of the
more.
books they added. For $20, you get the big, like large volume, not the trade paperback book one, but book one of Saga. So I think it's like the first 30 issues or something.
Yeah, it's the first 6 trades, I think.
Yeah. So that alone is in the $20 bundle. So everything else is just extra because that alone is worth more than $20.
And there's volume 1 of Chew I see in there, which is pretty good.
Yeah,
I
you've
have-
got Chew in there. You've got Descender. You've got East of West. You've got Paper Girls, Maestros, Monstrous. Like, it is a killer bundle. It may be one of the best bundles they've ever put together. It's like $600 worth of comics. And yeah, they have a $1, like $1, $5, $10, and $20 tier, I think. But yeah, just put $20 on it. It's the best deal in comics you'll see all year. It's fantastic.
Bitch Planet's on there too, which is
Bitch
also
Planet,
good.
yeah. It's so good.
It's my kind of planet.
Actually, no, Bitch Planet is definitely not your kind of planet. You should read that, Willie, because you wouldn't like it.
Oh, you wouldn't like this, so you should read it.
Read it.
Obviously.
Makes sense
That's
to
a
me.
good recommendation.
Yeah.
Fuck off, all y'all.
Yeah, The Fix, Odyssey, Redlands, Scales and Scoundrels, Rumble #1. Like, that book alone is fantastic. Freaking yeah, I Hate Fairyland Volume 1 is in the $10 or more tier. Rat Queens Volume 1, Paper Girls Manhattan Projects, Curse Words, Spawn Origins Collection Volume 1. And $15 or more, The Wicked and Divine Book 1, Saga Book 1, Southern Bastards Volume 1, Motor
Wait, there's a
Crush
book about
#1.
me?
Yeah, there's a book about you called Southern Bastards. Yeah, Redneck, the 2 Chew volumes, God Country, I Kill Giants, which for those that haven't,
Giants, so good.
yeah, for those that haven't read I Kill Giants, the movie is coming out. It is one of the best tearjerker graphic novels of all time, where you have no idea what the story is really about when you start reading it. It is one of the best comics ever written. It is up there with Mouse. It is a fantastic book.
I've heard good things. So, guys, go to humblebundle.com. You can check it out for yourself. There is a crap load of stuff up on the Humble Bundle site right now. That was a tongue twister.
And for pure fun, Shirtless Bear Fighter trade paperback.
There's another one about me.
Yeah, that might actually be Willie's.
Here goes.
No,
they also tossed in the Image Plus Image Magazine 1 through 16 is in the top thing, those were $2 a piece in the comic shop. So those alone, that's $32 versus the $20 you pay for all of these comics.
Yeah, it's not.
It's an unbelievable bundle.
We're also not paid by Humble Bundle. We are all just very into Humble Bundle.
We are just avid consumers of the Humble Bundle, because I think on this show, through the 300 episodes now, we've talked about the Humble Bundle upwards of 10, 15 times at least, and generally every time we do results in me going to that website and going, God damn it, I really don't need this, but it's such a good deal, and then I buy something.
I mean, and
I already had half of these.
Yeah. If you get doubles, you can pass them out too. Like, you can give the codes to your friends.
I do give away Steam codes from time to time from there.
Yeah. I've still got a ton of Steam codes that I've got doubles for.
Mm-hmm. All right, just to state, this episode is not brought to you by the Humble Bundle. It's brought to you by ChickfilA.
No.
No.
ChickfilA is not even open on Sundays. Why would they sponsor a show that live streams on Sundays, Willie?
Because you can listen to it anytime.
Also, we like gay people, so...
Fuck Chick-fil-A. I've never eaten there and I never will.
Thank you. Neither have we.
It's delicious.
I don't care.
Just like Clerks 2 said, you can't taste racism.
Yeah, but Chick-fil-A is not racist.
It still works if you think about it.
No, it doesn't, because
just
Clerks
change
2
it
is
to
funny.
hate.
No, because you can taste hate.
No, you can't. It tastes so good, and hate is so delicious. I love hate. Give me some
Really love
Polynesian sauce. Oh my god, I'm in nugget heaven.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they do believe in them. I don't, but they do.
Yeah, that's the problem.
How's that a problem? It's the fucking company's owner. Who cares?
So
we're gonna start talking about the problem with companies' owners. There's lots of problems with companies' owners.
So
that's why you boycott companies.
Looking in our chat room right now, some rusty guy is watching from Poland. So we're back to having some international viewers when we live stream this. We used to have some regular UK folks that would tune in. So thanks.
Oh, is he the one that asked if we had seen Attack on Titan?
Yes.
Which is really funny how we watched Attack on Titan, because I wanted to watch it, and every episode Keith would be like, "This is terrible. One more episode."
Well, to be honest,
I half agreed with Keith.
The second
this is terrible.
Season is
watch anymore.
We still haven't watched second season.
It's terrible. Like, they do a flashback, but they don't let you know it's a flashback in the very beginning of the episode. You're like, what the fuck's going on? Stupid.
Well, we'll get there, because there's a mini series in between the first season and the second season, but I think that's a flashback.
That's a prequel. Yeah, that doesn't help.
I just know it came out in between.
And how's the live action movie?
Haven't watched it. I want to watch the Full Metal Alchemist.
I did see that
live action.
It just came out, didn't it?
It's supposed to be really good.
Just did? Okay, I saw it on Netflix.
Isn't that on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yep.
I saw it on there. I was like, I'm not gonna watch.
Well, more importantly, did anyone see the Lost in Space teaser trailer for Netflix?
Lost in Space.
No,
there is a Netflix original Lost in Space coming in April to Netflix.
Now hold on a second. Is it gonna have Gary Oldman?
It is not
and
Gary
Matt
Oldman.
LeBlanc. And Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Were they gonna have Matt LeBlanc?
They better.
What do you?
That movie's so good, bad. It's so good, bad.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's terrible but fun to watch.
It is.
No,
that may be the worst thing Gary Oldman was ever a part of. That may be the one movie even he couldn't save.
You could say a terrible bad about Guardians too, and that's oh my god, that's such a good movie to watch. But it's not. It's bad.
Guardians
of the Galaxy.
No, just Guardians. The
Russian movie.
The Russian movie. Yeah. He's talking about that Russian movie. And
his Russian Avengers movie.
I wish We need to get that somehow. That's
Amazon, 13 something bucks on Blu-ray.
Why, Willie?
Because it looks entertaining.
I have 2 copies.
I don't drink, so it's not going to be entertaining for me.
Do you have a digital copy?
I don't drink either.
Is it available to stream anywhere?
I do have a digital copy. I think I can just send you the code for that because it has to be downloaded to a computer. So I'll give that to you.
Thanks,
buddy. Because I can't just use it on fucking Voodoo or anything. I was like, really?
Oh, they don't let you do it through Voodoo. That sucks.
It doesn't use like the Movies Anywhere thing. I was like, stupid Russians.
That's what they're saying at the Olympics right now.
Well, they're not there.
Yes, they are officially not there. Although almost
so
all the athletes are there. And the doping ban has ended after this Olympics. So that's how much the International Olympic Committee cares about cheating in the Olympics. You get banned for
for a Winter Olympics on top of that.
Hey, but here's the important thing. Screw all that other stuff. You know who won the medal in curling in the men's team? Fucking Team USA. Congratulations, Team USA, for winning your first curling gold medal. That aired.
We've been watching curling because it's on in my lunch period or lunchtime at work. So I've been watching curling. Number one, they make the best faces.
Yes.
But number two, I love that everybody has a normal body doing curling. Everybody looks like a normal.
You have to be in shape to slowly move a puck down ice.
It's
apparently, even the Russian curling team got caught for doping too.
Yes, I saw that.
Why do you need to dope for curling?
It's not for the sport. It's for my own body.
What was it I also saw? It was the husband of one of, I think, Team Canada's female curlers. They're like, this man is our hero. He's sitting there at 9 a.m. at the curling arena on the sidelines, double fisting 40-ounce beers.
Yeah, I saw that. That was amazing.
I bet as soon as he finishes it, he slams it on his head and says, "We will break you."
Well, he's Canadian. That's the wrong accent.
I don't care.
We will break you, eh?
Mr. President says the curling soundtrack could be reused in a porno, too.
Actually, that's true. If you think about what they yell during curling events, if you put that with a porno.
I was watching the Korean team doing doing curling, and they were yelling fighting a lot. Like in Korean, they were yelling fighting a lot. And I was like, we don't fight.
Weird.
Are you sure it's not just a weird translation? Like it could mean like
no, because it's like the
strength.
It might be, but like the way that they teach us on how it's translated, it's fighting. So it's like,
I think you're wrong on this.
Well, I'm not a fluent Korean speaker or anything. I'm still learning, but that's the way that when I listened to it, I was like, they're just saying fighting a lot.
The stone is fighting the ice. That's what's going on.
Well, it's the difference between book learning a language and hearing it spoken locally in slang.
Well, I think technically the ice is fighting the stone to stop it. I think
it's physics. It's the
not the other way around.
Friction and ice fighting and blah blah. Yeah, never mind. There's a lot of interesting physics in the curling, actually.
Is there? I mean, it's my favorite pastime.
We actually, when I was doing one of my physics courses at WVU, there was actually one of the problems on our exam about like curling as an example, because they could talk about like friction coefficients and stuff like that. So it's always stuck in my head. And physics is the devil, mind you, but it's stuck in my head.
I don't know, man. Some people really like physics.
It is the devil, but it makes you a better pool player.
It's the science of it's the science of how everything works. Physics, basically. That's why it's. I hated it though. I had to take 2 semesters of it in college. It was the devil.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So did we have like special 300s things that we were supposed to do today? Since we're at 300.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. Hey, Willie.
We're just gonna yell Spartan phrases, right?
Obviously.
Yes,
I think Willie.
This is ATGN.
300.
Nobody wants to see that foot, babe.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no. Twitch has a ban on feet. You cannot show feet on Twitch.
Really? Oh, because
that's kind of stupid.
Thing?
Yeah.
Anti-foot fetish?
The fetish. Yep.
There's a fetish of everything. Does it really? I mean, I think those people are creepy myself, but
I think it's funny because Felice Herrig, who has a huge social presence as an MMA fighter for UFC, she knows that she has people who have a huge thing for her feet, which she finds somewhat creepy. But every once in a while, she'll just post a picture of her feet and just doesn't say nothing. She's like, "Hey, I know, whatever. They like it, whatever." Doesn't hurt anybody, so
It's true.
The in real life Twitch area is really weird. I every once in a while I'll look through it and I'll just be like, what is going on? I'll click on something and there's just like Russian girls talking to each other and stuff like that. It's so weird.
Then there's always some cool stuff you'll find on there from time to time, like some other podcasts I listen to. Justin Robert Young and his wife went to Japan for vacation for a week, so they took a iPhone on like a gimbal and took that around everywhere they went in Japan, and it was really cool just to kind of watch them do stuff in Japan.
That's pretty. That sounds like cool.
I kind of want to get a GoPro for when I go to China. And just.
You can borrow my sister's maybe.
Hooray!
You might want to check and see what you're allowed to do in that regard when you go to China.
Yeah, that's the other problem.
We would like you to be able to come back and continue doing the podcast, not be stuck in China.
No, we would like you to create international incident because that will cause much popularity.
Naki, popular host of ATGN.
Yeah, but
is
we're
currently.
We'll get those goddamn subscriber numbers up, that's for sure.
But we are banned in China, remember, so they would have no idea who we are.
Yeah, 'cause they don't like puns.
No, they don't allow
don't allow
cursing on anything there if it's going to make it to the
They
Great
also don't
Firewall.
allow puns.
Fucktards.
Puns are no go.
I love a good pun.
Yeah.
So, anyways, what's that stuff that we had to get done today?
Well,
Nothing.
I was going to let Willie do something. He had something ready for everyone to celebrate episode 300.
I'm ready to leave.
Yeah, I got something.
I mean, I wrote a song.
Some tells me I did too.
Damn it. My song's better.
Ooh, challenge. Challenge.
I mean, I was thinking, I was. That's why I was asking you last week. Are you going to do something so maybe we can have a rap battle? But then you said no.
I said last week I was going to write a song.
But I was like, all right, you're going to do a song. All right, so no rap battle.
I did not write a rap.
I did.
Okay, you can do your rap.
Willie did, yes. He's been telling me about this for a week as he's been working on it. So we are ready for the official Willie Nelson rap.
Yeah, 98% of it was this morning.
Good job, Willie. You did it.
Yeah, Jessica.
I mean,
Naki sat in her room for like 30 minutes in the dark.
I did it though.
That's
what
how
matters.
she channeled her
Oh
creative
god,
zen.
it's gonna be all emo.
Yeah.
And Willie, I'm ready for what I'm supposed to do, so just let me know.
All right, you guys ready for this?
I think we're ready. I'm gonna lean back so that I don't come across the mic
Lean
at all
back.
during this event.
All right, Fat Joe. All right. Come one and all and have a chew while I speak some words about the ATGN crew. First, we got Chris, the host with the most. Before we get back to you, I want to hit the button. You'd already know, the one that goes by Chickawawa, that porno. Next up, the lady of the cast, Naki, always bringing us some class. She keeps me in check. You know she did by letting me know I'm just stupid. Then there's Bachman. Just kidding. Anthony's Sailor Man, also known as the one-man band, always got his finger on that comic book power, but you're still wrong about that Dark Tower. Always behind him is that ridge of Mount Funko. Please be careful, a pop vinyl avalanche, though. Finally, it's me bringing you a weekly feel. It's your baby boy, Will. Don't confuse this confidence and not being cocky, because who else could be the new Naki? Probably the dumbest of the bunch, and you know that's more than a hunch. But don't be stupid and don't be silly, or else I'll bring back Reverend Willie.
No!
Drop it. No, don't drop it.
Don't drop it.
It's
This
an expensive
is
microphone.
expensive. Don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Drop
It's over.
anything.
Well, Willie, good job.
Willie's
I leveled up.
Willie's is probably better than mine.
Your host abilities have leveled up. Congratulations.
Good job, Willie. You did it.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well done, sir.
I tried.
Did it, guys. Am I supposed to do mine now?
If you want to, or
It's
we
up
can
to you.
save it for later.
Or you just name me the champ, and that'd be...
I mean, I'm going to tell you that yours is probably better. Maybe. But,
Possibly.
I mean... I did write a song. It's 3 whole verses. It doesn't have an ending.
All right. Just like we like it.
Here, I'll mute myself.
Ooh. I'm going to lean back and let you do your thing, Naki.
All right. You never knew it, but this podcast came from space, and then we took it and shoved it in your face. We've had a lot of hosts that are really cool, yeah. Food stories that'll make you drool, yeah. It started with that. Yeah. God damn it! I lost my beat. It all started with Ada Hay and Chris. Naki came in and we were live on Twitch, but we switched to YouTube and Gonna Geek, yeah. Tim Tom terrorized our rooms, yeah. Lost my beat there too, sorry. Ada Hay left and Anthony came in. Willie joined up, but fart jokes are a sin. 300 episodes, it took a little while. Thanks for keeping us in your file. That's all I got. That's as far as I got.
Yay!
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Mr. President says I have a Gonna Geek shout out. I win.
He might be slightly biased.
A little bit.
You got to push that network, yo.
Yeah, obviously, you got to throw Gonna Geek in there because we were solo for a while there.
We were.
Well, this isn't
solo
the
for a while.
GonnaGeek.com's 300th episode, now are we?
It is not our 300th episode on the Gonna Geek podcast network. That is correct. We'd have to go another 150 some episodes, I think, to be able to do that.
Yikes.
So when we get to episode 450, then it'll be our 300th episode on the network.
You goddamn right.
God, 450. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I was gonna say I'm proud of Chris and I because we've done 300 episodes of the show. We've been doing this for how long? It's almost
5
6 years.
6
Almost
years.
6. Almost 6 years.
It'll be 6 in April.
Think about this. Joe Rogan just passed 1,000, and the Nerdist is getting close. Like, that's insane. As long as we've been doing this, they've been going for 3 times longer.
Yeah.
Like,
they also make a lot more
damn.
money off of it than we do.
well, yeah, they actually make money on it as well. But just the fact that like they've kept doing it, like, holy shit.
Because, if we were able to successfully monetize, we'd probably do it more than once a week.
Yeah, I mean, if we were actually to
That's
make
true.
money off of it, we'd probably put more effort.
This show is a put more effort.
Whoa.
So what I was going to
Yeah.
say,
For Joe Rogan money, I would do this daily.
before Naki made it seem like we don't care, this show is a labor of love.
I put a lot of work into what I just did.
I put a whole half hours of work into what I just did. But
I should show up.
That's what I
but
do.
I mean, I played that down. No, we put effort into this, obviously, but we don't do it on a daily or anything like that. We all talk to each other pretty regularly, though. So
We do.
you don't chime in because you're Mr. Antisocial over there.
I'm an introvert.
He's just afraid someone's going to make a fart joke.
It's true. Fart jokes are a sin.
They are a sin.
And they are the best.
Y'all are some fucking weird people. Oh, banning China again. Hey, I like a good raspberry.
We've been banned in China since episode 1.
Yeah.
There's
Well-
our episode title. Banned
well,
in China since episode 1. 300 episodes later.
All right, I'm putting that down as the show title.
Hooray!
I always wanted to be banned in somewhere. I finally got a cease and desist letter. Banned in China. Life is going well. I like it.
What'd you get a cease and desist letter for?
I got a cease and desist letter from the Cartoon Network to remove
Oh, yeah.
a print I was selling on my
Adventure
Etsy
Time?
store for
Oh,
Adventure
really?
Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I was just happy. This is the first cease and desist letter I ever got. I was like, all right, I'll take
You
it
were
down.
there, Naki, when he said that?
That's
Where-
right. I forgot. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It was a couple of months ago.
My memory is bad, and how do I remember you don't?
Because I am actually a goldfish.
Shiny.
That's
That
a-
says a lot more about Waggle Crotch than you.
Yeah, I have several questions.
Yes, I think we all do.
Wait. Does that mean Waggle Crotch is like Kanye West in South Park now?
Yeah, I was gonna
Wait,
go there.
hold on a second. Are you sure you're not a hobbit?
Well,
South Park. I love it
South Park is
so
so
much.
well then. This was our show today. We did it, guys.
Yeah,
I'm proud of us.
That's our whole show. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
We finally came in early. We finally got done early.
All right, guys. I guess we're getting ready to sign off then. So thanks everyone for joining us for episode 300.
Pants are never an option.
I'm just kidding. We're not done.
Naki and Keith are making a blanket fort.
Uncle Palpy is here.
Uncle
Sorry,
Palpy.
what? That sounds really creepy, like a child molester.
Yep.
Well, it's when it's the Emperor Palpatine's do it. What is?
Did you say he's Jewish?
Do it.
Do it. It's okay.
Do it.
He probably hasn't seen the prequels or whatever.
He
I've
doesn't.
seen them all.
He
Even
just
the most
doesn't like
terrible
that.
of them all, like Rogue One.
There's nothing wrong with Rogue One. That was a great
Boring. movie.
war movie.
Root.
But anyways, hey Chris, what about that news of the week?
Yeah.
Live
Not
from
me.
ATGN Studios on the internet. It's the news of the week.
I like it when people cue me up so I don't even have to talk.
You yelled at me about it last time I did it.
Well, I mean,
He likes when Naki cues him up. Deal with it.
I help.
Yeah.
Well, hope you don't mind. I'm going to eat while doing this.
I'm offended.
No eating on the podcast.
I'm sorry. How are you going to stop me?
We're gonna mute you. Chris, mute him.
I don't want to mute him. I'm lazy.
Mute him.
I'm lazy.
Mute him.
I'm really
You
lazy.
can't hear it.
You can't hear him on it. He moved the mic away, so we're good. We're good. Well, Willie's having a snack though. Naki, why don't you tell us about your news of the week?
So my news of the week is there's an author. His name is Terry Goodkind. He is not being good or kind. He's
being an asshat, is what he's being.
He's being an asshat. He commissioned an artist to do the cover of his book. The book went to publish. And on February 23rd, Terry Goodkind makes this post on Facebook. Shroud of Eternity is a great book with a very bad cover. It's laughably bad. So let's have some fun with it. Tell us what you think of the cover in my next post, the poll above, and we'll pick 10 random entries to send a signed cover copy of the hardcover. We'll pick the 10 winners on March 1st. Everyone is welcome to play. Just cast your vote and post a comment.
I don't think he commissioned an artist. I think the company that publishes his books commissioned an artist.
But he approved it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's if you don't know who Terry Goodkind is, he wrote the Sword of Truth series, I think is what it's called. They made a very brief TV series off of it. It's not good. It's actually pretty crap, anyways.
That was blunt.
It was crap. I read half of the first book and I never got past it. But it's The Wizard's Truth or something like that. In any case, it's not good. So when I saw this post, I was like, just like kind of appalled. First off, if you ever want art done by somebody ever again, don't make a post like that. Keep it to yourself. Deal with it privately. Don't know what this shit was about.
If you're unhappy with the artist that you approved on your published cover of your book, you don't shame them publicly. That makes you a piece of shit.
Yeah, basically.
If you don't like the cover, okay, don't say anything about it.
Yeah, it's not that big. Like, it's just that's a whole new form of trolling, and I'm wondering if it's just because he's had quite a dip in sales.
Yeah.
He's doing this just to try to get some publicity.
Right, and the cover is not bad. Like it's Colin. I think they said her name is Colin, and she's beheading a statue. It kind of looks like. I don't actually know what's happening because I don't read these books.
Way worse covers on hundreds of books.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for a link from Chris.
It's really good, actually. I mean, if Terry Goodkind could do better, he can fucking make all of his covers.
Yeah, I guarantee
himself.
he can't paint a better cover.
The artist did come out and say that he was going to be dealing with it privately, but I honestly don't actually have the artist's names. I just was reading a thing about it.
I say on the Facebook post, he was one of the first people that responded.
Yeah, his name is Bastien Deharme. I'm gonna say that wrong because it's all French. Oh look, Terry Goodkind replied to him. Hang on, oh come on.
Oh, here we go. And Chris put the link in the chat room.
This is some crack recording right here.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get to it, but my Facebook is being terrible on my phone because it's Facebook. Nope, that's just the artist. Come on.
He said, "It was nice working with you, Terry. What you're doing is totally disrespectful, as if I didn't create those covers according to exactly what I was told to do. In my entire career, I've never seen an author behaving like that."
Terry did reply, which I can see on my Facebook feed on my phone, but I can't get into the replies.
The reply is, "Bastion, we never worked together. I've never met nor have I ever spoken with you. We've never exchanged a message before today, and I never told you what to create for this cover. All of that was between you and the publisher. I think there's been enough pot stirring for one day." Yeah, so he's saying that the publisher gave him specific things to put on the cover. The artist is saying he followed the exact instructions per the publisher, and then the cover was greenlit and published. So the artist did his job.
He did exactly what he was told to do.
Yeah. Sounds to me that Terry Goodkind should have put something in his contract for, I don't know, signing off and approving on the covers if that was his concern versus leaving it to the publisher.
And whether that's in his contract or not, he should be talking to his publisher. He should not be publicly shaming an artist on Facebook for doing completed work to contract.
Yeah,
like,
agreed.
That's fucking awful.
Okay, so he did make a post while I was
talking.
It's an apology post, which the first comment back to it was, "I hope you write books better than the apologies because this was pretty fucking awful."
And you say your apology was shit.
But he did apologize, saying that the contest in poll was poking fun at his own book. Obviously not.
No, it wasn't, because he didn't paint the cover.
Garbage.
To be honest, it's a very average cover for those types of books.
I mean,
it's above average. Have you actually looked down the aisle of the fantasy covers? Like, some of those publishers go real cheap for what they pay those artists.
Like I go to bookstores.
Yeah, you should try them. They have books.
I can't read.
Willie can't read.
Is that why he never has news of the week?
Yeah.
Could be. That's why you should go to the bookstores, Willie, and look at the covers.
Hey, you know what? Fuck you.
Or just go to Amazon and look through the fantasy section. You could probably do the same thing.
There's that too.
Because I'm not saying this disparagingly, but there's not a lot of bookstores out there anymore. I mean, you've got the big chains, but the days of the mom and pop ones are gone. So, yeah.
Big chains like what? Let's call them.
Barnes & Noble, Books A Million,
Borders.
Barnes & Noble's the only one left in Boise.
Wait, Borders is still around?
I think they might have gotten bought up by someone. I'm not sure.
That's no joke.
We lost Borders and Hastings. All we have left is Barnes & Noble.
Yeah, and they're hurting too, I think, right now. I think I read something about that recently.
Because nobody can read.
I think the Starbucks inside ours is the only thing keeping it alive.
There's a good chance for that for the one by us, too.
See, the Books A Million just has their own off-brand coffee joint in it, so it's not even a Starbucks in there.
Hey, Willie, Sailor Poland says that he'll send you a new book. Just let him know when you finish coloring the first one, the current one.
I got this many days.
Nice.
Well played, sir. Well played.
Oh, that was for those listeners. I threw up a 2-finger, a 5-finger, and another 2-finger because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
So,
because Willie's a little drunk this morning.
I'll go next with my news story. I'll keep it fairly short, but hey guys, it's Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, Spain today, which means they're announcing all the new phones and tech toys and things like that. But instead of talking about something coming out of that, some news that a company might have tried to sneak a little under the Mobile World Congress banner while people weren't paying attention. Have you guys heard of the phone company called OnePlus?
Nope.
I was thinking about getting one of those.
Is it like One Love?
Okay, yeah, it's like One Love, exactly. But no, it's a company called OnePlus. They're a Chinese company. They just recently put out this year the OnePlus 5 and the OnePlus 5T phones, which are pretty good specs at a relatively affordable price. But it was found out back in...
Sixes?
I'm sorry?
If it's 1+5, aren't they called sixes?
I don't remember the naming convention, but I guess you could say that. It was found out back in December that these phones couldn't stream YouTube or Amazon or Netflix in HD because of a limit they had in regards to DRM, digital rights management. It was kind of a pain in the ass for a lot of people. Well, they are ready to fix it now, but there's a catch. You have to mail them your phone so they can do the fix in the factory. Now, they'll pay the shipping costs, but you're still going to be without your phone for 5 days for them to upgrade the DRM to allow you to then stream these things in HD.
This sounds like on the up and up.
So they can stream YouTube and Netflix and Amazon Prime on your phone, just not the HD signal?
That's correct.
What's the fucking problem? You can't see HD on your phone anyway.
Yes, you can. There's a
Your
huge
screen
difference
is
between
fucking
480p
3
and 1080p on those things.
You can't see that shit.
Yes, you can.
So the reason why...
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Mine is just a secondary thing. Yours is probably actually news.
Oh, so the reason you have to do this is because they can't do this update as an over-the-air update to the OnePlus 5 or 5T. They have to basically hook it up to a computer that they have in their service center that has been authenticated appropriately to apply digital rights management code to these devices. So because of an oversight when they created the phone without having the right DRM in there, if you want to stream anything in HD on your phone, this is how you do it.
No, if they're paying the shipping and you're really that concerned about it, I don't really see a problem.
The real problem is how many people have 2 cell phones? What do you do for 5 days without your phone? We live in a world nowadays, and I know this sounds like a first world problem kind of thing, but
very much.
Let me pitch it.
You
this
won't
way.
die without your cell phone
well,
for
no,
5
there's a lot of people that don't have a phone at their house anymore. This is the only way they can be reached.
Yeah, some people also use it for work and stuff. I mean, you need to be reached for work purposes and whatnot.
Yeah, I had
people who don't have landlines.
I had a phone crap out on me, and I had the Best Buy whatever protection thing, and I sent it into them, and they had it for a week, and like I missed, like somebody's sister passed away, and they wanted me to be there, but they couldn't figure out how to get a hold of me, and like I texted the dude like the second I got the phone, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on? My phone has been gone for a week," and he's like, "My sister died," and I'm just like, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, in today's world, yes, a lot of people have Facebook and things like that they can get to through the computer, but a lot of things are still predicated on having a phone number, and people don't have landlines. So say, like, when I applied for jobs the last time around, I only had my cell phone number. That's all I could provide. I was not going to put my work number on my resume to be like, hey, call me at my job about this job I want to get.
Oh, they love it when you do that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
go ahead, Naki.
I was going to say, like, people will then say, well, there's Google and stuff like that. But there's also people who just don't have computers because they have a cell phone. So.
And see, I can't imagine anybody running everything, all their communication through their cell phone. I guess that makes no sense to me.
Yeah. If that's all you can afford, though, is like a cell phone, but you can't afford to buy a laptop, you can choose. You can choose either you buy a laptop or you buy a phone, and, you know, you go with the phone because the phone you could actually use as a phone type thing.
And we're probably a little older than the folks that are doing that. Go to the younger age folks, the folks that are 18 to 24. Let's look in that range. There's a lot of folks that have either just a tablet and a cell phone, or a cell phone and maybe a computer if they're lucky. So the cell phone kind of becomes kind of essential for folks. And I look at it sometimes and go, you know what? When my phone went bad and I had a crappy battery in it, it did hinder some of the things I do. I didn't realize how much I listened to streaming music at work, how much I relied on the fact I'd be able to pull up my cell phone and send someone a link and be like, hey, did you see this? This is really cool. I mean, it's not necessary stuff, but it's stuff that is annoying. And to basically have to send your phone in for 5 days because of an oversight on their part, that sucks. And it's also
I need my fresh memes, god damn it.
steady stream of fresh memes for Willie.
I need my r/high quality gifs. Himself. Don't forget.
Yeah, but watching the difference between regular video and HD video is not necessary. If that one phone is your only communication device, then yeah, I wouldn't send it in, because that's, if you're giving up all forms of communications, you can watch Netflix in HD on your phone.
You're watching any video content in HD, basically.
Why are you selling a phone that doesn't do that?
Yeah, you bought a phone without HD in the first place.
Yeah, people don't buy the phone. There you go. Get rid of it. You don't need that in your life.
If you already
But-
have it, don't worry about HD until your next upgrade.
But I do have a question that popped in my head.
You
in
don't
that
need
age
in your
range
life.
you gave,
If
18
you
to
already have it,
24,
don't worry about HD until your
how
next
many of
upgrade.
those people have landlines, I wonder, who are out on their own?
I bet almost none.
None. We don't.
Yeah.
Are you
I haven't
18
had
to
it.
24?
No, but I'm just saying, like, if we don't, we're out of that age range.
Hell, I don't have
I
a
was like
landline.
wondering what the percentage. There has to be like there has to be a few hundred possibly in America by itself.
Yep. The OnePlus is like one of the only phones that have like a head jack in their headphone jack in this generation.
I'm sorry, OnePlus 5.
OnePlus 5.
OnePlus
Well,
5.
OnePlus is the company,
6.
and then the 5T and the 5 are the model of the phone. But yeah, that's one of the reasons I'd been looking at them is because it was still good specs, and then also had a headphone jack still.
Yeah.
It's not
I'm also
waterproof,
looking.
but
Yeah, I was looking into that essential phone, but I don't know about that one either.
Is that
Nah,
the ceramic
hold
one?
off.
Water resistant headphone jack. Yay, Samsung.
Yeah, Samsung
Yay,
is
Droid.
Samsung's really the major player out there that's doing the waterproof headphone jack still. And just a side note, they're announcing the Galaxy S9 like in the next 2 hours. So if that's something you care about, it will be announced at Mobile World Congress and supposedly.
I'm up for an update.
And Robert Kirkman put up a free Oblivion song phone wallpaper, which is very pretty.
Nice.
That's pretty
Very
nice.
You know what I want Google to announce is some good wireless headphones because they've got nothing to compete with the Apple Pods, and I've been using my not Google Bluetooth headphones because my Google ones suck.
Just have wired ones. It's just earbuds. What do you need
She
wireless
doesn't have a
ones
headphone
for?
I don't
jack.
have a headphone jack.
Yeah, she would have to
Google-
have USB-C headphones, and
What-
there's not
what
very
do
good
you
ones out
have?
there.
I've got a Pixel 2.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
No, Pixel 2. I love my phone. That is the only thing that I wish that Google had with it was a good set of headphones.
Wait, so the Pixel 2 doesn't have a headphone jack, but Google didn't release their own Bluetooth headphones?
Yes,
They did, but they're not good.
Oh, okay.
And
Fair enough.
let's be honest, there's tons of different Bluetooth headphones out there. So, I mean, you could
Yeah.
technically run the AirPods on a Google phone if you wanted to. You don't
Now, you
have
know
all
what
the
I would do?
capabilities.
I
So
don't.
not
what
for
I
the
would
price
do
that
if
Apple
I was-
charges.
If
What
I'm
would
out
you
there
say?
shopping for a phone, I'm be like, does it have a headphone jack? No. Okay, I'm not taking that phone.
You're about to
Get
run
the-
out of those phones. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Get the OnePlus 5 then, Willie.
Get you a 6.
I want to get me a Galaxy S9.
I don't. Is it gonna have a headphone jack? I don't
Yes,
think so.
All the leaks have shown it with a headphone jack still.
Oh well, then I'll get that
Bing.
then.
Thank you.
If they're smart, yeah, that'll be the one feature that they keep that will guarantee them a certain percentage of the market because certain people are like, fuck you, I want to use my headphones
Yeah,
and plug them into my phone.
If you're looking for a phone out there that is of the higher tier that has a headphone jack, your best bet's the S8, soon to be the S9, the LG V30, and I would say in the past the OnePlus 5T I'd have considered putting up there, but I would drop that back there. So you're between LG and you're between Samsung right now.
I mean, especially for people who drive in cars that don't have Bluetooth radios, you can plug in the auxiliary jack.
That's one of the other use cases for things. Steven was talking about that in the Gonna Geek show last week, that on one of his cars at his house, he doesn't have Bluetooth in it, so he has to plug it in. And when he
Yeah,
got
see?
a Pixel 2, he had to get a Bluetooth adapter to plug into the auxiliary input and then pair his phone
Yes.
to that.
Yeah, see, me and Bell Buddy have similar ideas.
But I mean, there's also because like my Pixel 2 came with a converter where you could plug it into the USB-C.
The dongle life.
Yeah, the dong
Ew.
dong of life.
Just-
exactly.
yeah.
Dongle
And-
life. Dongle life, I said.
I'm going with dong of life.
So
I
you
like
can't
I like
listen-
dong of life better.
That's a good
But-
show
Get that
title.
weak shit
too.
out of here.
At the same time.
No,
right?
you
That
can't
weak
charge at the
shit
same
out of here.
Yeah, it's stupid.
But I mean, I used it for my old pair of wired. I will throw you. If you throw my phone, I will throw you.
You won't do it. You ain't
Do
real.
it! Do it!
She's just
Like, waggle your way out of my life.
Oh.
people's elbow on me over here.
The second weakest finisher of all time.
It's the most
anyways.
electrifying move in all of sports entertainment, though.
That's right.
They-
the
they-
only worst one is the leg drop from Hulk Hogan.
It got him the Disney contract.
He was the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, but Disney's probably done with him since he's on DC's nutsack.
Is he though?
Isn't he Black Adam?
Allegedly. There's still been no
still
proof of
allegedly?
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought that was a done deal.
Apparently, Zach Levi has actually been to set for the Shazam movie in full costume, but The Rock was removed from the Shazam movie to do his own Black Adam movie, so now we still don't know whether or not, when or if The Rock will ever show up as Black Adam. But he's still allegedly under contract to be Black Adam.
Just imagine, they could have saved so much money at Disney by just casting The Rock as Thanos without any, CGI needed, just some makeup. Make him purple. That's all we need.
Just
Yeah,
spray
just
paint him.
Purple on the chin lines.
Spray paint him.
Just a whole bunch of purple pixie sticks. That's how you do it.
Pixie stick?
He'll be wired the whole time.
Yeah, that's what you want. The Rock high on sugar. It
I like this
accidentally
plan.
killed.
That man
the
hasn't
entire-
touched sugar in like
I know.
15 years.
He would save Disney a lot of money when he accidentally killed the entire Avengers cast on set because he was wired on sugar.
The Avengers are dead. No, I mean the actors.
The actors. The Rock accidentally squished them all in one scene because he was high on pixie sticks.
I mean, I do think he eats sugar because have you seen that man's cheat meals?
Cheat days.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
How many pancakes? Oh
all
my
the
God.
pancakes.
Too
all
many
the
pancakes.
He rock bottomed them all the way to the Star Wars set?
I see what you did there. I see real well. So, Willie, why don't you tell us what your news story is since we're talking about superhero movies? You had something to say there.
So, you remember when Joss Whedon came on to the Warner Brothers scene and said, yeah, I'm also going to be doing Batgirl. Well, guess what? Not anymore. Joss is now getting off on Batgirl.
Bye.
Phrasing.
I did it on purpose. I choose my words very carefully.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast.
Yeah, so, Joss Whedon, I think he said literally, yeah, I just didn't come up with an idea. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, after a year, he said he couldn't nail down a story that would work for the movie, which is kind of sad.
Well, let's be honest. The
There.
dude probably got burnt out a little bit on having to go in and do Justice League.
I mean, come on now. That was kind of, you got to give it to Zack Snyder. He had a good reason.
He's
Yes.
also going through the assault allegations and stuff right now too.
Zack Snyder?
No,
No, Joss Whedon
Joss Whedon.
being accused of being a fake feminist and a sexual harasser.
That's fair.
So probably not a good idea to do a Batgirl story, considering how depending if we do Barbara Gordon and how she became Oracle and
I don't think they would touch that in the first.
They
movie.
won't do that.
but
Plus, it's supposed to be the new 52 Batgirl, the one in leathers.
oh, okay.
Leathers?
Yeah, her costume is like a leather motorcycle outfit instead of spandex.
I actually liked her new 52 outfit. I
Are
think-
Yeah.
any of their outfits really supposed to be spandex, though?
I thought they were
Yes.
Kevlar weave.
Yeah, eventually. But they all started out as, regular just spandex. Nightwing's costume is still just spandex. He doesn't wear armor.
That's because that ass, yo.
because
Yep.
dead ass.
I mean, we have a similar body structure.
Do you have dead ass?
You goddamn right. You want to see it?
No.
No body parts. No body
No.
parts.
Quit
Of
threatening
Willie.
us with body parts.
Yeah, I make no promises.
I'm scared now.
Can I quit the show now? Can I officially
Nope.
say the 300th episode is my last episode? Bye forever.
No, because it's
No,
my
you
last
heard my rap.
episode.
You heard
Willie,
my
were
rap.
you-
I'm the new Naki.
Willie, were you going to talk about the clickbaity article that came out after Joss Whedon said he was quitting?
You can go ahead and tell me because I might not know it.
As soon as Joss Whedon said he was going to quit, of course, the internet outrage became, okay, we need to put a female director on it. And so I can't remember which one of the cinema clickbait websites put up an article saying that should Lena Dunham direct Batgirl,
No.
which instantly angered people. And I responded saying that that's the director they deserve if their only requirement is that it's a female.
I mean,
Who was the who directed Warzone, Punisher Warzones?
That was
She did a fan-fucking-tastic job with that fucking.
it was
movie.
Alexi Alexander. The Israeli chick. Yeah, she's a badass.
If you want a fucking female director to direct some good action, there you go.
Well, see, that's the problem.
That is proof in the pudding.
When you're hollering that you need a female director, they don't need a female director. Batgirl needs a good director that has a love for the character, and if that person happens to be female, then that's great. But that's shouldn't be the number one requirement. Yeah. The problem, what Batgirl needs is someone like Tim Miller did with Deadpool. Someone that actually loves the fucking character, cares about the character, and will actually, want to make sure the story's good. That should be the number one qualifying thing, not the sex of the director.
Well, the problem with making sure the story's good is you also have to go through, studio bureaucrats.
Yeah, well, and as DC has shown us, their bureaucrats are not very good at making good movies.
Yeah.
Well, they don't even have any of the same ones there anymore, though. That's the thing. Most of the people that were there for the last round have been fired, so who knows?
But Batgirl could end up being the next Green Lantern.
Well, I mean, Justice League kind of tanked there, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of what they do. Sailor Poland has a great point, though. He goes, remember, Patty Jenkins hadn't done a movie in a decade, never a blockbuster, then knocked it out of the park. So it's just a matter of finding the right pairing of stuff. And let's be honest, when we heard Joss Whedon for Avengers, there were a lot of us that had watched a lot of Joss Whedon's properties and said, oh, we can see it. But then there's a lot of the bigger names in Hollywood, like Joss Whedon, he's a TV guy, what the hell?
Well, and that was also right after DC, he had gone to DC to do a Wonder Woman, and DC had told him, no, we don't want a Wonder Woman movie. And then he turned around and did Avengers. So, yeah, DC's great at making bad decisions.
Well, Warner Brothers.
Well, I mean, I think that a lot of their decisions don't pay off in retrospect. They might seem like a decent decision at first, and then it doesn't pay off. The problem is you're going up against someone in the MCU where they make a lot of decisions, and none of them have backfired on them yet, it really doesn't seem like.
Well, they're actually just throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks, like with the directors they choose.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Now they've gotten to the point like, yeah, we know you guys are tired of the traditional superhero movies, so let's put a little twist to all these movies. This is going to be a heist movie. The upcoming Ant-Man the Wasp looks like it's going to be a romantic comedy superhero movie kind of thing. Who knows?
I hope so. I love a good rom-com.
Well, hell, the first one was almost a rom-com. The second one's got to be a rom-com.
Yeah,
and those two together on screen are great.
Oh, it's Paul Rudd. He can be with anybody.
Yeah. Paul Rudd does pretty much make everybody look good.
Paul Rudd with Sean William Scott and Role Models. Oh my god, that was a great rom-com.
That they were cute together.
That's classic naked guy in the woods.
So, someone posted a picture of Paul Rudd from when Clueless debuted 21 years ago next to Paul Rudd now. And it was literally the same picture. I was just like, do you not? He's another one who's just a magical naughty.
Like Keanu Reeves.
He's a Keanu Reeves. And
he sold his soul. He sold his soul to the devil. He hasn't aged.
Yep.
I don't believe in the devil.
Well, Paul Rudd might, because I think he might have made a deal with him.
How old is he anyways?
57.
He's got to be.
Is he really?
No, I'm just throwing a random number out there.
He's got to be.
He wasn't one of the Halloween.
I figured he's in his 40s.
So
yeah, he's got to be in his mid to late 40s. I think.
48 according to Google.
Wow, so Paul Rudd's almost 50.
Paul Rudd is 48. You never would have had me believing that. The dude
he still looks like he did when he was 30
and 20.
Yeah, he'll be like Clint Eastwood and Chuck Norris. He'll have that like 40-year span where he doesn't age, and then he'll have that 3 to 5 years where he'll age all 40 of those years almost overnight.
Yeah,
like
that's what happens to those actors that don't seem to age. They hit a certain year, and all that time catches up to them.
What was that meme? Was it like Japanese women where they all like they look exactly the same up until they hit like 60, 70. It's like, oh, boom.
Yeah,
and then they shrink.
And it's actually really like it runs in my family. It's really funny because my Oma was always short anyways because she was 4'11". So I mean she was always short. That didn't change with age. But she literally looked exactly the same from when she had my dad until the fourth grandchild was born, and then all of a sudden like age. You can watch it in the pictures, just like same. Oh.
Something tells me I'm always gonna look this good.
All right, Hellboy.
All right, so let's wrap up our news of the week. Anthony, what do you got as we wrap things up?
I got some good news. So tell me what all these movies have in common. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Spider-Man 2, Deadpool, Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man Homecoming, Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man, Thor Ragnarok, Iron Man 2, The Amazing Spider-Man, and Captain America the Winter Soldier.
They're all comic book movies.
That's one thing they have in common.
They're all part
That's
of the
all
MCU.
you asked for.
What, Chris?
MCU.
Yeah.
They're all MCU. They're all also movies that have made less money than Black Panther after 2 weeks.
Nice.
They just re-upped the estimates on Box Office Mojo. After the Saturday numbers of week 2, this is just week 2, Black Panther has crossed $400 million domestic. That's just here in the States. The only Marvel films that have made more money than Black Panther right now, which is in the 6th position, are the original Spider-Man, Captain America Civil War, Iron Man 3, Avengers, and Avengers Age of Ultron. That is insane. This movie is a juggernaut. It has made, in less than 2 weeks, it crossed the $500 million mark when you include all of the domestic and international. Right now, after the Saturday estimates, it is showing 400 million domestic and 304 million foreign, and I believe it still hasn't opened in China yet. So that number's gonna go way high, because there's a whole sequence in the film that takes place in South Korea, so Asian audiences are loving it. So right now it's already sitting 704 million worldwide, and this is only halfway through week 2. They did just gangbusters on the first week, and here's the real fun part. It's in the first weekend, the 4-day President weekend, it took 5 records. 4 of those records were held by Deadpool from the previous year, because it was the number one, the R-rated opening for Deadpool in February last year was insane, and nobody saw it coming. Deadpool took all the records. Black Panther took largest February opening weekend. It did 202 million the opening weekend. Deadpool was 132. The largest winter season opening weekend. Same numbers. It beat Deadpool at that. Largest President's weekend opening. It did 242 for the 4-day weekend, where Deadpool did 152. So almost $100 million more than Deadpool. Then it had the largest Thursday preview gross in the month of February, 25.2 million. Deadpool's previous record was 12. So it doubled what Deadpool did on Thursday. And then here's the real killer. Largest Monday in box office history. It beat Star Wars The Force Awakens. It beat it by a very slim margin, but it beat it. Star Wars The Force Awakens put up 40,109,000. Black Panther did 40,151,000. So basically by 50 grand. But still, they beat freaking Star Wars.
Can I have some of that 50 grand?
That's
no joke.
Same.
I can use that.
Right just 50 grand.
Yeah, just 50 grand.
Just a small loan of $1 million.
It is honestly chump change to them at this point. So if I could get that just a 50 grand,
they were averaging over $50,000 per theater. Every theater was making at least $50,000 on Black Panther that first weekend.
But they only made $17 in concessions.
Yep, $17 in concessions. So right now it's on track to possibly be the first movie to, get up there near the Avengers numbers. Whether or not it'll actually pass the Avengers numbers, that's much harder to say. But still, it's only halfway through week 2. Black Panther at this point, they're going to keep that in the theaters for a long damn time.
Here's the question:
we got a while until Avengers comes out, so.
Does it outlast Jumanji? Because I was at the theater this week and I'm like, what the fuck? Jumanji's still on screen?
Jumanji's still in there, yeah, because it's still a family one, yeah. And none of the other real family friendly films have done much of anything. A couple of the movies that came out this weekend made $1, $2, and $3 million for their opening weekend. They are getting destroyed by Black Panther.
And I do want to mention something.
Black Panther is just one more thing. It's only $3 million behind Spider-Man. The original Spider-Man, which y'all remember the original Spider-Man when that came out. That was the biggest movie in the damn world. Black Panther's $3 million away from making more money than Spider-Man.
Yeah, here's this weekend's estimates. Black Panther first place, bringing in $108 million on week 2. Second place, new release Game Night, bringing in $16 million. And then in third place, Peter Rabbit, bringing in $12 million. So I think you can tell what people went to go see this weekend.
I love how 50 Shades is not even on there.
Well, I just looked at the top three.
Willie picked 50 Shades in the Fantasy Movie League. What were you
That's what I was bringing up, segue. If you know anything about our Fantasy Movie League that we've been doing, usually if like big releases come in, they split them up for different days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think last week, since last week was also a holiday, they also put Monday as a separate day for Black Panther.
Yeah.
This is the only time I've seen it. They put Black Panther on 3 separate days for a second week release.
Yeah, they split it on the second weekend. They didn't do that with any of the Star Wars films. They didn't do that with Thor. They didn't do that with Justice League. Black Panthers, it's the only movie I've seen where the Fantasy League, they still split it as if it was an opening weekend on the second weekend because Black Panther has made so much damn money.
That's why I wanted to mention.
Yeah. Last week I
put some on.
But this weekend, I might get my third win. It'll still probably only put me in third. I'm only beating Willie by $80,000 right now for the weekend. Yeah. It's real damn close.
I am beating you overall, though. I'm in third and you're in fourth.
You're in third. I'm in fourth. Yeah, I got you for the weekend because I chose Annihilation and you chose 50 Shades of Grey. What were you thinking?
Annihilation is supposed to be really damn good, but Sailor Poland brings up a question in the chat room. I want to bring this up before we closed out. He said, is it possible the lack of competition is helping boost the numbers? What would have happened if they dared to release in the summer?
I think we're about to see that with Avengers.
Yeah, but that's also that's a different type of film. But he's right, and that's why they'd use February for movies like this. January and February used to be considered the movie dumping ground. It was right before the Oscars. It's nothing that comes out is going to qualify for the Oscars or going to try for an Oscar run. So that's when studios used to they just dump movies they didn't really want to push. And so you see films like Deadpool and Black Panther. That's where Marvel can take risks because they know there's really not going to be much competition in the theaters.
Wasn't Doctor Strange a February one too?
November.
No, that was a November one. Okay,
yeah, Kingsman was a February release, the first one.
Yeah.
Of 2015 or 16. Yeah, 15.
Fuck you, Willie. But
you're wrong in that.
If Black Panther came out during the summer and it was against, like if they were dumb enough Disney wouldn't put it up against one of their own movies, but if they put it out the same weekend as Avengers, Black Panther would make less money, but that's why you don't do that. So for a movie like this, you put it in the theater when there's nothing else to compete against it and it goes gangbusters. But even if it was in the theaters against Avengers, all it would do is hurt Avengers numbers. Black Panther would still make money, just not as much.
I think, I don't know, because it was interesting while we were in Target yesterday. We were walking around and there was a mother who was I was assuming African American, but
You assumed her race?
Oh God!
Don't start it.
Hey, don't start that. But anyways, she was picking out stuff for her kids, and she was commenting on she was just happy to see that there was little black figures in there too, because who knew that representation matters?
Yep.
So it wasn't perfect by any means. Like, she still had some complaint about it, which I don't blame her. But it's one of those things where you're gonna give if you're gonna give people a Black Panther movie, people are gonna go see it.
Yeah.
One of the toys, they painted the skin tone on the eyelids white. Somebody fucked up big time.
I did read Bloom County, Sailor Poland. I haven't read it recently, but I've been told it's really good.
Isn't that like a?
It was a comic strip. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I used to read it because I used to read Garfield and Family Circus, and what was that one with the nerdy kid and the iguana? He had a pet iguana.
Oh God.
Foxtrot.
Foxtrot. There was Foxtrot, and I read Mudds.
Family, but not just the one kid with the iguana.
No, I remember the kid with the iguana because he was always the one that did the Lord of the Rings jokes, and that's really what So.
My favorite, of course, is Get Fuzzy and Pearls Before Swine.
Pearls Before Swine's pretty damn funny.
Oh my God.
I have the Get Fuzzy books.
Wait, here it is. Pearls before swine.
Nothing compares to Calvin and Hobbes when it was new, though. That'll always be my favorite cartoon.
As
strip
the
of all
one with
time.
the sleeve.
Yeah.
Nope. Pearls before swine's better. Get Fuzzy's better than Calvin and Hobbes.
What?
Whoa,
Whoa.
What?
Hold on.
Shots fired.
Personal
Shots
opinion.
fired.
Personal opinion.
Your opinion is wrong.
Your opinion.
My opinion is my own, man. You can fuck right off. I'll fight you for it. I will pick you up, Chris, and I will throw you. You know I can.
I
Your
just can't
opinion's
get over
bad.
how wrong Willie is. I need to give him a
Guess what?
chance.
No matter how far you throw Chris, Calvin Hobbes is still better.
Yep.
Willie's so
Personal
wrong right here.
opinion.
And while we take a moment to collect ourselves to just get over how wrong he is, I want to remind folks that the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast is, in fact, part of a network of shows that you can find over at GonnaGeekNetwork.com. There's 25 plus shows in the network that cover a variety of topics. You've got shows like ours that cover a just cavalcade of all sorts of different geeky and nerdy topics. You've got others that are specific to, say, individual television shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Arrow. We've got a variety of different shows over there, so we encourage you guys to check it out. And I know it's daunting to be like, we've got 25 shows and leave it at that. So each week, we try to tell you about one show specific and give you a taste of something on the network so that maybe you'll want to go check it out. So, Willie, what show are we talking about this week?
We come to it again this week, I see. Same thing every time. Keep trying to get out. This week I'm talking to you about Game Life Balance US, episode 48, Yoshi's Island, when optional content determines a game's fun. Can optional content determine the playability and fun factor of a video game? Cody discusses how this happened as he and John review Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island for the SNES Classic. Most arguably, the best platformer ever made. Back to you, Chris.
Well, thank you, Willie, for that captivating rendition of a promo read. We greatly enjoyed it. So, yeah, go check out Game Life Balance US. They're available on the Gonna Geek Network. And you might want to keep your eyes open because there's probably an official announcement coming, but there is a sister show to Game Life Balance US entitled Game Life Balance Australia that may or may not have joined the Gonna Geek Network, and we're just waiting to officially announce it. So keep that in mind.
Oh, did you just play your cards?
What cards? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I don't have any cards. I got
Go
nothing.
fish.
Yeah, Uno. I don't know what's going on.
You've sunk my
Yahtzee!
Scrabble ship.
My Scrabble.
Scrabble shit.
Chris is an old maid.
Oh shit, I don't have an H, so you sunk my Scrabble shit.
All right, guys, we do need to start wrapping up the show, though. For those of you that have watched the show for a while, you do know we wrap up with a little bit called What I'm Into. It's our chance to share with you guys who are watching or listening live just what kind of geeky and nerdy things we've been getting into so that maybe, just maybe, you'll want to check them out for yourselves. I'll go first this time. A few things I've been getting into. Got caught up on a little TV this weekend. Finally got to watch the last 2 episodes of Star Wars Rebels that have aired.
Ew.
And it's tough. This
Shut
one was
up,
rough.
Willie.
I'm messing. I'm kidding.
I won't get into spoilers, but there's a moment in one of the episodes this week where it feels like I got punched in the chest and I didn't quite recover. Granted, I didn't watch it until a half hour before we did the podcast, finished watching it, so it's pretty fresh, but Rebels was tough this week. It's ramping
sounds
up
like you had
pretty
a
good
moment.
for the end.
As it's the final season, right?
It is the final season. They're in the final 8 episodes right now. So as you get towards Star Wars: A New Hope, you can guess what all is going to have to happen.
It sounds like you had the same moment as I had when the mountain fought the viper. God, that was such a punch in the chest. God, I needed that win. I needed it.
If you would have read the books, you would have known what happened.
Fuck the books. I can't read.
He's
Now, we've already
illiterate.
determined that Willie can't read.
But there's audiobooks.
I can't hear reading.
It's very captivating, actually. If you get the one dude.
The old guy who reads the audiobooks is really good. And then there was in the 3rd book, or was it the 4th book?
I don't know.
One of the books, they change the reader, and then it goes back to the old guy, and then you're just like, why? What happened?
I will only listen if Lance Morissette's reading it.
All right. You just
Namely, Probably one of the best Canadians we've ever had. One of.
Yeah. So
Back to you, Chris.
Yeah, other stuff I've been getting into. The Steam sale got me a little bit. I spent about $25 on games on the Steam sale. Most notably, I picked up Elite Dangerous and its expansion pack because I need a reason to use the joystick I bought. So that's a good one. Hopefully I don't hate myself after playing it. And then I also picked up an indie game called 80 Days, which is pretty fun.
Oh, man. Good luck with Elite Dangerous.
That's what I've heard, but for only putting like $12 into it when it's all said and done, if I get a few hours of frustration, I'm okay with that.
Careful. I hear it's dangerous.
It's the warp system is weird. You're gonna have fun because you light speed into some place and then there's like a secondary, like you go to like half light speed and then you go to full light speed and then you come back out into half light speed and then you get in like your system or whatever, and you can end up overshooting the planets and having to turn around and
fun.
You can end up spending for like a planet that's like a light year away. You can end up spending like a half hour just trying to, get there.
That sounds frustrating already. Well, now I might be regretting
travel.
this decision, but hey, I'm still in the Steam return window if I don't like it, so I'm good. I can
There you
still
go.
return it. Final thing, yesterday afternoon we went and saw Game Night at the movie theater because we'd already seen Black Panther once, and it's not a movie I would have spent my own money for, but Movie Pass allowed me to go see something I thought I might get some laughs out of. It was funny.
Game Night again?
Game Night was the Jason Bateman one where the dude gets kidnapped and they think it's a game.
Oh, yeah. That does look funny.
It was pretty funny. They gave away some of the funnier parts in the trailer, but
As they do.
yeah, as they're wont to do. But hey, if with Movie Pass I had no problem watching it, I don't know if I'd have shelled out my own $10 for it though. That's my ringing endorsement. There's a reason why it's only gotten $16 million at the box office this weekend. But that's what I've been getting into. Willie, how about yourself? What have you been getting into?
Well, since we're on the topic of like trailers or whatnot, I did show somebody Kingsman, and then I didn't let them see the trailer or anything about Kingsman 2 because they fucking spoiled the shit out of that one. Who comes back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
God,
like they spoiled that in the very first trailer. I was like,
No, second or I guess I'm counting the teaser as a trailer, where it's just like all those little random flashes.
Yeah.
It's done. But yeah, I was like, you can't let someone spoil that. I mean, God, why would you do that? Fucking trailer makers.
Yeah, the director had no say in that. He said he was disappointed about that.
I would.
Oh yeah,
too.
and, it's like having someone watch From Dusk Till Dawn and telling the twist in the midway through. It's like, you don't do that.
or the Cabin in the Woods trailer and how they gave that away.
They didn't really give it away because I was still curious, like, what the fuck's going on? So I didn't fully know that.
But it spoiled the twist. Kind of.
They, like, you knew there was like some kind of underground governments behind it. You're like, what's all? But they didn't tell you like why.
Yeah.
I think that was okay. That was okay. It's borderline okay, but it's just on the other side.
It was really towing that line there.
Yeah, it's like, don't cross this line. Well, all right, I'm gonna get right up to it. I'm gonna put my big toe, boop, right on that fucking line, bitches.
I love that movie.
That movie's so good.
I did buy it on 4K.
I've watched that movie roughly 100 times.
Only?
What do you view?
Yeah.
What do you have that plays 4K videos, Willie?
Nothing quite yet, but soon.
So
His
you're
phone.
saying, had you bought an Xbox One S or X, you could have watched it in 4K.
No, because I don't have a 4K TV.
Fair enough.
So,
You beat me. You win.
no. Yeah, I'm behind you 2 steps. But I did give a watch of the Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original, the Ritual. The came out, I think, last in January. I think I've missed it. They're like, oh yeah, I didn't know about they came out this horror movie. It was okay. It's pretty good. Not great. It was okay. That's my ringing endorsement for it.
Yeah, I understand that feeling. I've been there before.
And I'm still in the same boat that Black Panther was okay. Not a great movie. It's okay. I still disagree with you guys about Killmonger.
I
Like, he's
haven't
not a
seen it
great
yet.
villain.
We're seeing it today.
He's not a great villain.
He is
some
a
people are
great
claiming.
villain. You're
Not
wrong,
a
Willie.
great villain. It's like like his motivation just wasn't. It was kind of half-assed. The same.
What?
Well, I mean-
So if you guys are going to talk spoilers,
No.
Stop.
I'm being very vague. I'm being very vague. I'm saying his motivation. That's all I'm leaving it as.
I'm going to say you're
I mean, 'cause
wrong,
obviously
but
a
you're
villain-
entitled to your
Your
opinion.
review of that movie is half-assed.
Hey, if you could see it, I'm full ass, baby.
Oh,
Just like Nightwing.
God.
And callback. And yeah, I also watched that, and I watched Oculus back to back. Yeah, Oculus. God, people were recommending that movie. I was like, why are you recommending this movie? It's not a good movie.
That one wasn't bad, but it definitely didn't live up to the hype that it
Yeah,
had.
I know. So many people say it's a great movie. I was like,
Because that had
Really?
what's her name, Gillen in it, right?
I don't even know.
Karen Gillan.
Redhead girl, right?
Yeah, Amy Pond from Doctor Who.
I think the whoever played her younger version was a great actor. I'll give her that.
Oh, the kids in that movie were fantastic. She was.
Yeah,
she was good and convincing. Like there were
Yeah,
some weird
especially her.
sequences. Yeah, there was some weird sequences she had to act her way through that were impressive.
I mean, I did kind of pass out every night because it was late at night, and and I came back to it was like, and I just didn't like how they kept flashing. I know it was supposed to be like to keep you off, like off your feet, like, oh, we're back in the past. No, it's a it's a mental image. Like, come on now, just don't fuck with me now. You're fucking too much. You can fuck with me enough, but now you're going past the fuckery.
I know what you mean. There's some movies where they try too hard with that.
Yeah, I was like, I got what you're doing. Just I got you. Just like
I think I got it.
Yeah, well, there's another movie you guys yelled at me about that I said it went too far with that. Whatever. But today, gonna go to my friend's place. We're gonna be board game all afternoon. My friend Hannah, and she has a new game called Junk Art. I don't know anything about it yet, but apparently you make art with junk.
Hooray!
Oh, I've heard that's actually pretty good. I heard a little bit about that one, and yeah, I love board games. I actually bought one yesterday. I forgot all about it.
And like I said, I will. I'm not being paid by these people, but because I did talk about them last week. Dized or Dizzed, I still don't know how it's fucking pronounced. Dized. Whenever this app comes, like full fledged, I think sometime this fall, it's going to be a great app if you do board games. Pretty much as soon as you buy a board game that they have the rules and stuff for, you don't need the rule book. It goes step by step everything you need to do. First thing I'll even ask you, like, do you have a brand new game? It said yes. All right. First step, unwrap, take off the plastic wrapping. I was like, oh, okay. Open it up, take that rule book, and throw it away. You don't need it. And you really like when I play with King Domino, perfect for it. Like it teaches you every little thing, even how the scoring at the end it helps you with. So yeah, I will recommend that app whenever it comes full release. Back to whoever is next.
Anthony, why don't you go next for us?
All right. I finished reading a Pulitzer Prize-winning book this week, which took me a very long time. I read Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. I'd seen the miniseries a bunch of times. I'd never actually read the book. It is a hell of a book, but yeah, it's 900 pages. So I've been working on this for about a year. I finally finished that, and then my reward was I then rewatched Lonesome Dove. And then also this weekend, I watched The Judge. So I watched a lot of Robert Duvall in the last 3 days, and he is a fucking treasure. That dude is one hell of an actor. I could watch him in Lonesome Dove any day of the week. He's damn good. And yeah, seeing Tommy Lee Jones as a cowboy is always fun too. He was great in that series. Lonesome Dove is good stuff. If you've never seen it, it's one of the best cowboy stories ever written and ever filmed. It's a super entertaining TV miniseries because it's not a movie. It was like 4 nights on ABC or whatever. Yeah, it comes on a 2-disc DVD set. It is goddamn fantastic. I did that. I got my package from Amazon finally showed up, but I'm keeping it in its plastic wrap. I got the beautiful Art of Black Panther book from Marvel in the nice slip case, but I will not open it until I finish my Kickstarters. I promised myself that. I sent out the last numbers 3 and 4. So Draftsman has his Kickstarter, and the last person who I don't know got theirs. So Darth Maul and Darth Talon were sent out. I have 2 left to do. I have let's see. I have an Ewok that's ready for Copics, and then I have a Darth Malbus that's ready to be inked. And once those 2 are done, I'm done with all my Kickstarters.
Once
and
those
then,
2, as in those 2 are laughing.
No, not those two.
They're dying over there.
What is killing you two?
Hey,
Sorry, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. We'll tell you about it after you're done with your thing. We don't want.
I think Waggle Crotch farted or something.
No,
More likely.
we're not.
And then one last thing, there was one of my favorite comics ended. I talked about it last week. Invincible ended with issue 144. FelixComicArt.com has been selling all of Ryan Otley's pages for the last little bit now. They had a huge sale on Tuesday, which I watched just to see because I had a feeling I wouldn't be able to afford the pages. He did 22 or 24 of the last half of the last issue. So all of those pages went up on Felix Comic Art, and I think minimum, like the lowest page was $250. Some of them were up to $700-800, and he put up a bunch of covers with it as well. So there were 40 items that went up for sale on Tuesday morning at 10 o'clock. 37 of them were sold by 10:07.
Damn.
So Ryan Otley made a ton of money that day, and yeah, I was glad looking at the pages because I really couldn't have afforded the ones that they had. But previously, the week before, I had decided that as much as I wanted an Xbox One X, which I could have bought, instead, I bought a piece of artwork because it's an investment, and knowing the Invincible movie's coming out, it will go up in price. So I was able to get a hold of issue 141, page 9, and it arrived this week. So I own one of the pages of the last issue, or one of the last issues where the last time that Invincible talks to his dad.
That's awesome.
So
Nice.
I finally own a page that has Invincible on it, and it has Nolan, Omni-Man, the original hero from the start of the book.
Now hold on a second. Now you mentioned it's going to go up in price. Are you planning on selling it at some point?
Probably not, but it's the type of thing where if I ever do sell it, it'll be worth more than I paid. Because yeah, literally all the pages that went up in the last 2 weeks for Ryan Otley, like they're basically all gone. And most of his covers were minimum price $1,500, and like people have been tearing through them because it's the end of the book. It's literally now a limited commodity. There will be no more Invincible pages. So collectors have been going crazy buying them. So yes, I was really happy that I bought one the week before the last pages went up, because once people realized, oh, these are the last pages, you can't get any more, they went back and bought pretty much everything that Felix Comic Art had of Ryan Otley's. So that website carries a lot of his stuff, but most of the Invincible pages are gone. There's also just if you want to go look at some amazing high quality scans of actual comic book pages, Felix Comic Art is great because they do really good scans. You can enlarge them to actually look in close detail at the pages before you buy them, because of course they want you to have a good look at what you're buying, because it's not cheap. Nothing on that site is cheap. And like there's some Scotty Young covers on there of like the babies. They're like $8-10 grand. I mean, you're talking $8,000 for a piece of paper. Like, it's insane. But also, they're so fucking pretty. Yeah, it's a good site to look at. It's a really good site to use your tax refund on, which is what I did.
As you do.
Yep. So yeah, it was an investment. I could have got an Xbox instead. I got a 11x17 piece of paper, but I now own 2 pages of Invincible, and I now finally own one that has Invincible on it.
You made
the first page
choice.
I think so. The first page I own doesn't have Invincible. It has a bunch of the Guardians of the Globe, which it's a gorgeous page, and I bought it from Ryan himself at the Salt Lake Comic Con, which was fun because it was actually be able to sit there and chat with him while I was looking through the pages. But yeah, I wanted to own at least one page that actually has Invincible on it, so I have that now. I'm not sure if I can die happy, but I'm a lot closer to it.
Yay.
That was my week.
Congratulations. Let's throw it to our friends in Chicago and see what's going on there.
Wait, you mean the professionals? The professionals over there?
Sorry, we were dying.
Don't you fucking lie. You're not sorry.
Oh, we're super sorry. Our apartment is kind of bowed because it's an old apartment. And I have my gaming chair, which our cat likes to climb to the top of. You know how those like Twitch streamers have those huge gaming chairs? We just saw him climb to the top of the chair and ride it across the apartment.
It was really.
So once he got to the top, like it bent, and then that made it roll.
No,
yeah.
He just went. Just riding, and then he got to the dining room table and climbed down.
Fucking ninja. Come on, guys.
was too good.
No, we would like to inform you there's a thing called the mute button.
We were trying to be off to the side so you couldn't hear us.
It wasn't working.
didn't work.
It wasn't working.
Yeah, we're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry.
you're
We're
not.
sorry.
You're not
Bunch of
sorry.
professionals. Look how professional we are. 300 episodes in. God damn it.
We're
We
laughing
did
at a
it.
cat.
We
300
nailed it.
episodes.
We did it. We did it.
And
We
I
did
had
it.
the better song.
I'm sorry. The chat room voted my
Oh,
song
Jesus.
better.
That's hearsay.
That's not hearsay.
It's hearsay.
Anyways.
No, wrong word.
So yeah, we weren't laughing at you.
Heresy?
Anthony.
Sorry, we couldn't get to the mute button in time.
Oh,
We
No,
were trying.
as hard as you guys were laughing, I knew it had nothing to do with what I was talking about.
I thought it was just your face.
Okay.
I'm kidding. You have a beautiful face, Bachman.
I know.
I kiss.
I
Yeah. He's oh,
oh, here he comes.
know. And he's riding back across the apartment.
yeah.
Guys,
So-
focus.
So what we've gotten into, we started watching this show called Star versus the Forces of Evil. It's a Disney XD show. It's really good.
Who
I'm
wins?
probably,
The Star or the Forces of Evil?
Well, it's not.
it's not a star. It's Princess Star Butterfly,
Oh God.
and it's fucking amazing.
Sure it is.
It's like stupid. It's like super cute, but like stupid to the point where you laugh because it's so stupid cute. You know. I don't know. It hits good buttons for me. So.
What buttons does it hit for you, Naki?
My cosplay button, because I'm gonna cosplay as Princess Star Butterfly.
I had no idea where you were gonna start when I heard Cos. I was like, "Where's this going?"
Cosby.
Uh,
Bill Cosby.
Jesus Christ, Chris!
Cosby button.
You can't just hit us with a fucking Cosby nuke like that and go away.
I can go put on my Cosby sweater.
no.
Oh.
Do you have any Jello pudding pops?
Well, while you're doing that, get her a drink.
I was gonna say you beat me to it.
I
The
know
animation
Naki's
is
doing this
good.
afternoon, but she won't.
Oh God.
Listen to the wow down.
So anyways, and not terrible stuff. We're gonna go see Black Panther this afternoon. Finally.
Slacker.
Shut your face.
We're poor, all
It is.
right?
You think I'm not?
Yeah. Well, we decided to spend money on food last week instead of going to the movies.
You think
That's
I
it.
do?
I went to Black Panther and ate ramen.
We went to it was Lunar New Year.
Oh yeah, Lunar. We had way too much to do. That's why.
I'm trying to lose weight with the being poor diet.
It works.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're finally going to see that today. We had karaoke last night. And then I've been watching The Great British Baking Show. He hasn't. I also finished the audiobook for Believe Me,
I don't believe you.
which is the Eddie Izzard autobiography. Finished the audiobook of that and have started the
Wait, does he do
Dispatcher.
the audio?
He does.
Awesome.
So there's a whole lot of extra footnotes that are not in the book because he thinks of things while he's reading through the book.
Oh, that's the best.
It's
So it's actually worth it to go audiobook on that one.
Fuck reading.
there's like
You heard it
There's
from her first.
You heard it from Willie Nelson. Fuck reading.
You
he
heard it from
says.
Naki.
I didn't say it.
You said it's better than reading the book, pretty much.
I said it's worth it to go for the audiobook. How's that?
As opposed to the book. I don't hear you're wrong.
I don't
I mean, I'm right by default.
Willie, you're wrong.
Thanks,
It's the best
Anthony.
kind of being right.
What else?
I've been playing a shit ton of Monster Hunter. That game's just too good.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here.
The guy at Fred Myers tried to get me to buy that. Oh, I forgot. I finished my first good guy run of Second Son. That was a fun game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh, you did your second run as a good guy?
No, first run through good guy
Oh.
on easy. Yeah. Because playing good guy is so much harder on those games. But yeah, it's a fun one. You end up getting 4 different power sets in Second Son. You get smoke, neon, video, and granite.
Well, granted, you don't get till after game.
Yeah, but it's so weird after having only played Infamous 1, where it's just electricity. I didn't play 2, and then going into Second Son, going from 1 power set to 4 is fucking crazy.
Oh, and 2, you have if you depending upon what you choose, you actually get additional like fire or ice powers in the second one.
Yes, I'm looking forward to playing 2 eventually.
Oh, yeah, 2 is very good. They updated that melee system a lot, and it's not as good as the Second Son, but you get it.
Yeah, it was fun also not riding around on the train the entire game. I never rode the monorail on Second Son.
I was sad that there was no Black Lightning this week. I've been watching that. It's not my demographic, but it scratches an itch. It's better than all. It feels like it's better than all of the Arrowverse stuff right now. So
it very well could be. It's one I'm waiting until it just hits Netflix after the season airs, and I'll watch it there.
Yeah.
They should have done Static Shock instead.
I love them all.
They're cheesy. They're cheesy. They're all cheesy shows. You just have to pick your cheese.
Static Shock would have been better.
Probably.
I like the animated series of Static Shock.
Yeah.
I know they should have went with live action. Imagine that.
Who's saying they can't? Plus, the show's set up to change over to his daughters, anyways. They're gonna have Thunder and Lightning are coming on that show, so you're gonna have a version of Static Shock in the female Lightning daughter.
Yeah, still not as good.
Dang it.
But yeah. Anything that you can think of other than cat wrangling? Yeah.
Throw the cat on the chair.
Yeah. Jeez.
Or out the window.
No.
Whoa.
Boris is a good kitty when he's
all right.
not
Fine. Keep the
attacking-
kitty.
not attacking my hand.
When he's not attacking. All right. So throw him out when he's attacking.
What else have we done? I mean, you.
So you guys had money for karaoke, but not Black Panther.
We're seeing Black Panther today. What
The
are you
same
not
weekend
getting?
that we went to karaoke.
What did you guys do for Lunar New Year?
We went
to a friend's house, and they made food for us. Lots of food.
We made a bunch of hot pot.
Hot pot. Yeah.
At what time do you celebrate it?
Lunar New Year. We start that. Well, it started on Friday and it went through until Sunday.
Nice. I mean today?
Well, last week.
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Oh, it was last weekend.
Yeah, that was last weekend. This weekend was karaoke and now Black Panther. We're going to finally go see Black Panther. So,
yeah, then we can talk about it.
Well, I mean, that's why I told you guys earlier this week. You guys could talk Black Panther. We'll just take off our headphones.
But we can't have you leave during episode 300. That just doesn't work.
Yeah, so it's all on you.
I'm proud.
We can wait another week to go spoilerific on Black Panther.
Yeah.
I'm proud of us for not just screaming, "This is ATGN" the entire episode.
Wait,
I only did it once.
We can still do that though right now. We can
No, the
finish
episode's
off.
over. Like we're literally at the 2-hour mark. We should end the episode.
That's no reason to stop.
Well, no, we're about 10, 15 minutes away from it.
So, guys, as we do wrap things up,
20.
a friendly reminder that we do stream this show live every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, over on Geeks.live, the official streaming home of the Gonna Geek Network. This week was a bit of an aberration. We went super long because, hey, it's episode 300, so why the hell not? Normally, we're about an hour to an hour and 15-minute long show when it's all edited and put together. You can find all of our content over at GonnaGeek.com or ATGNpodcast.com. Anyone have any final thoughts as we wrap things up?
Dicks.
I was gonna say, we talking dicks here?
No, keep it in
Wakanda
your
forever.
pants.
I don't know what's going on.
I was just throwing it back to an old episode.
I know.
I'll cut you, bitches.
That's old school.
You're gonna
That's
have
old
to
school.
take me on.
Bitch, I'm gonna cut you. I think that's one of the first quotes to have come out of this show. So it's a good way to wrap episode 300 with a callback saying, bitch, I'm gonna cut you.
We did it, guys.
We did it.
Yep.
Congratulations. Happy 300. Here's
Happy
the next
300.
round.
Happy
Not till
300.
it's fully over.
Happy 300. Should we
Thanks
mute
for
ourselves
listening
or
to this
something?
brand new episode
Yes.
of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek Radio app, and over at our network home at GonnaGeek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@GonnaGeek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at Incompetech.com.